Ethereum right now pushing towards the downside pretty aggressively. How much worse is it going to get? If you're at home pulling your hair out, then make sure you stick around for this video to find out more about what's going on with Ethereum today. Guys, we looked at Ethereum yesterday and I told you something that I was seeing on the charts where we saw ourselves running into this pink zone here. Now I did say that we could well see a fake out towards the upside. Lo and behold, we had this pretty aggressive wick all the way up to around $1,818. Then we were pushed back down for a bit of consolidation and then bang, this move or this single candle moved us nearly 4.5%, and the whole total move moved us down to about 6.5%, which is not looking amazing for the Ethereum price right now, particularly as yes, this has come out of this wedge pattern here, but ultimately is moving us out of something significantly bigger than that original pattern. And it's this, guys, that we are looking at. We had it starting here all the way back on the 14th of June, and then each time we were making these sort of sideways movements, and eventually I did say that at some point we would be crawling out the top side of this. We put it at the top, we'd be looking like somewhat of a double top. Now, I don't think necessarily that we're going to be pushing really quickly in a straight line down towards this zone, but I do think that this is our target zone. But before we see something like that happening, we could well be seeing something else be putting in. Now, when we have a breakout, we do like to see a confirmation move, which could be something like this, which, lo and behold, would give us a nice shoulder, head, another shoulder here, okay? It would then revisit this zone here, which is good, guys. And it probably doesn't feel good because you probably want to hold Ethereum, you want it to be going up every day, and I get that. But you can see just how important this red zone is through here. This big consolidation through here shows just how strong a support it was, which means just how strong a resistance it is. It's going to take more than a few knocks on this door to break it down, guys, and we're going to see a little bit more coming over the next few weeks or so. I think we're going to possibly see a bit of a rejection down towards this level. Now, why this level, you're probably asking? What is it that's so significant about this green zone through here? You know, we had this break down below this yellow line, and we'll look at what that means in a minute. But when we had an aggressive move up, we broke, we consolidated, we moved, we came back into this zone, which shows me that this is a demand zone. This is an institutional buy zone, right? It takes institutional money to make these moves, guys. This is not you and me and our spare pocket change moving prices with millions and millions of dollars, but it's the big investors doing the same, and we've just seen them sell off into this. We'll likely see a bit more of a sell-off. Now, as well as that, if we zoom out further to a weekly chart, then we can see the importance of this yellow line through here, which is our falling wedge. Now, ultimately, as long as we're remaining in this falling wedge, and I can't see it getting a huge amount worse for Ethereum, I still think this is the bottom, and we're not likely to see much worse of a bottom. And we're not likely to see anything that much worse than that unless something dramatic happens, like a crazy hike in interest rates. Despite already seeing pretty drastic hikes in interest rates, it hasn't had a huge impact on the price. The dollar has been showing signs of strength, but over the last few weeks it's kind of been consolidating down. If we're going to break this parabolic run through here, which I think we are starting to do, and we're going to see the dollar cooling off, then that's going to change things a lot for the crypto markets. So in the shorter time frame then, guys, what I can see happening, as I've said, is that we are finding support in this zone through here. We found support here, but ultimately head and shoulders pattern looking like the most likely thing that we're going to see for the Ethereum price. Bitcoin also making a very interesting pattern as well. You see it on Bitcoin's, it has a accumulation zone down through here. We've been in a rising wedge, which obviously it's starting to look a little bit weak. It hasn't broken out yet, guys, but it's starting to flatten off at the top. And unless we have a break towards the upside out of this, we're going to see Bitcoin drop, Ethereum drop along with it, and all the other cryptocurrencies. You can see Bitcoin's down 3% today. When Bitcoin's down like 3%, everything else is down like 6% or more. Obviously, some will take bigger hits than others, vice versa. Smaller altcoins, etc., will be performing stronger against Bitcoin when the market is weaker. Now there is one scenario which I haven't talked about, and that's because I kind of like to give you a fairly strong opinion on what I feel is most likely to happen. Obviously, guys, everyone can be wrong sometimes. Everything's about risk versus reward, probability, etc. The downside right now for Ethereum looking a little bit less healthy than it was a few weeks back. I think there's a bigger fall to come than the potential upside right now, so that's why I'm staying a little bit cautious when it comes to Ethereum. But if this comes as somewhat of a fake out, or we do something that's a little bit different here and we draw this as a trend line through here, then we can see that actually we've just been finding, or potentially about to find, a little bit of support here. Now, doesn't mean that we wouldn't necessarily see this still, but if we did see this and something happened, like some sort of crazy news or whatever, we could potentially take another bounce, which would see us pushing up towards something like 1900 to another kind of like maybe even $2,000. From current prices, we could see maybe a push of about 7, 12, or even 17% if something drastic happens. But most logically, what I'm seeing right now is that is not going to be the case. Don't want to upset you too much, guys, about what's going on, because right now this is positive news. I know you're probably not feeling like it is, but we need to have a push up and then a push down before we can push up, because once that push finally comes, you can see the top of where this arrow is, and it means something a lot bigger, because I feel like something like this is going to happen, and that green arrow won't stop there. I believe that's when we're going to see our 6, 7k, etc. But that could well be into the start of next year. Who really knows? We could potentially say that we're going to see some formation of a similar pattern like this, which would have us targeting something like $6,455. Shorter term, looking a little bit healthier than it was for Ethereum, but we could well be about to roll over before retesting current levels. So I do expect a drop from current prices of around 19 to 20%, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Bear in mind that might happen. But if you're holding Ethereum or Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency and you intend to hold it for a little bit longer, then you might as well be earning a passive income on it by earning APY, or annual percentage yield, in interest, sometimes up to like 10%, which is obviously absolutely insane, all through a regulated app called Swissborg. It's a no-brainer, guys. You're going to be earning a passive income on your crypto. You get a bonus for signing up, and as well as that, I also get a little bit of a kickback if you sign up. So thanks very much for supporting the channel. Guys, if you enjoyed today's video and you've enjoyed hearing about what's going on with Ethereum and you want to know more, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with all of the latest happening in the crypto markets. Stay safe out there, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you very soon with another video. Bye-bye.